For more than a century, Lady Liberty has greeted new migrants arriving in the Empire State, determined to build a new life in the land of the free.
I choose New York because, first of all, a bit in my mind, in my heart, I feel a bit free in New York.
As a so-called sanctuary city, New York has rules in place to protect migrants. Law enforcement agencies, for example, aren't required to turn them over to US Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. But following a string of high-profile incidents involving migrants, including this brawl with police officers in Times Square earlier this year, city authorities are calling those policies into question.
We can't have these small number of migrants and asylum seekers that have identified that they're going to be dangerous, hide under the law, that there's nothing you can do about it because you cannot tell ICE what we're doing. You cannot collaborate with them.
Analysis from the New York Times shows crime in the city hasn't gone up as more migrants have arrived. But officials stress keeping New Yorkers safe is their priority.
One way to address those threats to law and order, which is through stronger law enforcement.
And Mayor Adams has become increasingly critical of the decades-old policies designed to protect people from deportation.
The narrative that gets built around things like this, the moral panic narrative, is that immigrant criminals here deserve a specific punishment, which is deportation, right? Deportation was never intended to be a punishment.
Campaigners say migrants should be tried through the justice system before ICE gets involved. They think it's part of a wider change in tone, designed to make life more difficult for those arriving in the city. Volunteers I've spoken to here say new arrivals are facing an increasingly hostile environment. Once seen as a safe destination for people seeking asylum, New York authorities are now saying not everyone is welcome here. City officials say their resources are overstretched and they simply can't facilitate the steady flow of new arrivals from the US southern border. New rules mean city shelters can limit stays to 30 days. Migrants under the age of 23 will be provided 60 days, and only some people are able to reapply.
To have this demonization of this vulnerable population from not just the mouths of people on the right, from the Donald Trumps of the world, but from a Democratic mayor in a sanctuary city, it is terribly frightening. It really does bother me to hear that because I know the truth. I meet these people every single day, and I know they are just trying to survive.
With immigration a top issue for voters in November's presidential election, New York's reputation as a safe haven for asylum seekers could be under threat. Patterson, CGTN, New York.